Hey guys, I'm Nikki Novak. I am here in the Fandango space at San Diego Comic-Con with the cast and director of Annabelle Creation. Great to see you guys.
Good to see you.
I should acknowledge Annabelle's here too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You guys have to, I'm the worst person with horror movies ever, so she actually really terrifies me. What I learned is that you, David, you have one of the Annabelle dolls in your house.
Her stunt double, yes.
I love that she has a stunt double.
Yeah, she's not doing
I don't
her own
even have a
stunts.
stunt double. This is not fair.
She's a bit of a diva.
So what kind of stunts does the stunt double do?
Well, anytime.
If she can't be broken, basically.
Yeah, or if someone needs to run around with her, because she's a big girl
Really
and
heavy.
she weighs a lot.
She's
so
it's crazy.
yeah.
Yeah, it's so heavy that he was asking me in one scene. He was asking me to hold the doll with. She was. Is
All
that
right.
Annabelle?
This is what happens when she's here.
Just one hand, but the scene was really long. I had to walk with the doll in my hand. So at some point I had to use both hands, and he's like, no, just one hand. I'm like, yeah, but it's so heavy. It's like
It's like a little
kid.
child.
Who here could do the best scary doll face impression?
Any one of these people.
Why? I feel like you want to volunteer.
I can't do a scary doll face.
No, he's like
I can just do
creepy guy.
I can do creepy guy face.
How do you do
Come
creepy?
play with me. That's all I can do.
That works.
It's creepy.
I know
Isn't it?
Lulu, you can do- yeah.
Come play with me.
Gosh. He's been doing that
creepy
all
as I
day
get.
The
long.
intimidation factor is real.
Maybe she can
And
do
his
a
voice
face.
too.
I've had the feeling that she.
I
can do
have
it. Come
a
on.
feeling that you can do it.
Yeah.
One of you guys
Okay.
can do the face.
Okay,
Come on.
I'll do it.
Come on.
You look so scared.
No, you
It's like The Shining.
You're
Too
a veteran
cute.
of horror
You're
movies.
too
This is
cute.
your third horror film, isn't it?
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. So you guys had a screening last night here at Comic-Con, and I'm one of those people, I go on Twitter and I read all the reactions. Do you guys do that when you like have a screening?
Of course.
You read everything? And
Yeah.
they were all
I don't.
overwhelmingly positive.
They've been very nice, yeah.
It's not.
It's
I
not
don't
healthy.
It's
for
not
us.
I don't
healthy.
read-
Oh,
I
I
don't
know
read
it's
them.
not healthy, but it's
Because
like
if you believe the good ones, you got to believe the bad ones.
Yeah, you have any
That's
idea
the
how
thing.
like there's crazy things that they.
Yeah, there's
I've
crazy
only
stuff.
seen good things so far about this, though. So this one
about
you
this
can.
film.
Right.
Yeah.
So I
know.
keep hearing about there's a surprise ending that really shocks people. So why don't you just tell us what it is?
No.
It wouldn't be a
die.
surprise. No.
It's okay. I don't need to be any more terrified or surprised than I would already be. So just go ahead.
No, we're on Facebook, David. Don't do it.
Don't do
No.
it. Don't give in.
So what is it like sort of being here, having that reaction face to face? Because I know you guys did a Q&A afterwards.
I mean, that's why I want to do these films, because it's so rewarding sitting, with an audience and hearing the reactions to it and seeing things work, the way you intended it.
Do they ever gasp in places that you don't intend them to? They're just sort of like...
Sometimes, yeah, which is a great bonus. It's like, yeah, sure, I'll take it.
So you guys, I have a theory that people say face your fears. I think if you face them, you never get over them. So I want to know what your first fear in life was that you ever realized, and did you ever get over it?
Mine was getting stuck in a very high place, like atop of a tree, getting up there but not figuring out how to get down. And that manifested in dreams and stuff as well. But
You've been
I
tree
got over
climbing
it.
lately?
Yeah, no, but as a kid it manifested. I worked it out because I fell down out of the tree and broke my arm, and then it
Did
was
you
over.
really?
Yeah.
You went up there to try to get over?
No, it was a fear that I had that whenever I climbed a tree, and I liked to climb when I was a kid, that I couldn't find a way back down. And it also happened in my dreams. And then I eventually fell out of a tree, broke my arm, and that was gone.
And do you still have the fear?
No,
It's gone.
it's gone.
You just have to break your arm and then
You have to
you're
break
fine.
your arm. And you're good.
Anybody else?
There's two. I was afraid of heights, and I did skydiving 3 times. So
Wow.
I think I'm good
That'll
now.
do.
Hear
And
it?
Crazy.
I get really scared with the horror movies, so I'm still
So
not
how are you
over-
filming this? Yeah, you're still not over
Horror.
that. I know when you walked in, your face was like, I'm not
Yeah.
happy about her
Well,
being
this is the
here at
first time
all.
that we have the doll with us in interviews right now, and I'm not like
So should
super
we
happy
feel
about it.
we feel very special at Fandango that she decided to join us today.
Mm-hmm.
Do her eyes really follow? Like, do they follow you? Like, if you walk around?
100%.
They do.
They do.
100%.
We were
More
actually
than
doing a
100%.
scene and we
Oh
couldn't
my
tell if
gosh.
she was looking at Lulu or
Yeah.
if she was looking at me. It was
so
horrifying.
It's weird.
So I want to know from you girls, instead of what scares you, what makes you laugh?
Everything.
Yeah, pretty much
What
everything.
doesn't?
I'm just a very silly person, I guess. Because
Lulu,
earlier,
she makes me laugh.
earlier today, you were like, "I've never liked this and so spazzy," you said, and I was like, and then you were like, you bring it out in me, and I was like, that made me really
I know
happy,
most of the time
so.
I'm very calm and I'm kind of just like chill,
Calm and
I guess.
collected.
And with Lulu, I'm always like and like hyper. So that's funny that she brings that out of me.
So I want to know from you, David, if you were going to take our Fandango space and make it scary, because I know you've done on your Twitter like tips for filmmakers. How do they take something on a really small budget? So if you're going to like freak out the Fandango audience, what would you immediately do?
Well, I'd turn off all these lights to start with.
Look at that bear. Look at that bear. I think you can do something with that.
There's so much in here that you could play with.
And the mask.
There's a Thor hammer over there.
And an angry bird.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's
and
a
there's even a
angry
face
bird.
hugger over there
Yeah,
as
I
well.
just
Yeah.
need the
Face
base.
hugger.
Yeah, so we're
But
already
Rose from
on our.
we got a
on our
lot.
way.
We got a lot of props to work with.
Some
So what else would you do?
No, but I think the important thing is like, turning off the lights, because if you have just a dark room and you don't know what's in there, that's usually the more terrifying thing than actually knowing what's in there.
So in life, I know there's one thing that everybody has when they watch a horror movie, is that they go, why does that person walk to the door and turn the doorknob? Why did they answer the phone? Why did they walk outside when they heard a noise? Are you guys the type of people that would walk towards or run away from? Brave or not brave? Or stupid? What are the two?
Well, it depends. If you
I'd be
have,
out of
if
there.
you have props, if you have
Exactly.
something with you
Yeah.
to defend yourself, then walk towards it. If you don't, just run away.
I mean, I'm a kid, so I
you're
would
dumb.
probably walk towards it because I'd be curious, because kids have this like natural curiosity, and that's probably why in this movie all the kids are drawn towards the danger.
And I have Asian wisdom, which would make me run. Because I know how that story turns out.
But
Yeah.
that's a
Not
great
good.
thing in a horror movie when you have kids, because you can sort of buy a little bit more of that. Like, yeah, a kid could run back to bed and like hide underneath the covers. An adult probably wouldn't. So you get a little extra leeway with that.
Okay, so we have a game for you guys.
Uh-oh.
It's a would you rather game.
Love Would You Rather.
Do you? Well, then
I
I'll
love
throw
it.
you
It's
the
my
first
favorite.
question.
Okay. Wow. On the spot here.
Would you rather, while alone at your house at night, pick up the phone and hear someone say, "What's your favorite scary movie?" Or be stuck in Comic-Con traffic forever?
Okay, so forever is a really long time.
You're very
So,
young too.
I'd say the phone thing, because it could just be someone being curious, like, "Hey, what's your favorite scary movie?" And maybe they just have a voice like that. Maybe
Yeah.
they just sound like that.
Maybe.
Yes,
And they're
that
just curious, like, "Hey, what's your favorite scary movie?" But in a kind of scary way. So that's good.
But what if it's Annabelle?
Annabelle doesn't talk.
She's good.
The genius of
Is she a
children.
texter?
Oh yeah, all the time.
loves
Big
I
snapshot.
see
Yeah.
her all the time on her phone, just
Obsessed with
texting
social
away.
media.
Does she have an Instagram account? She really needs to have one.
She's got one.
Annabelle's
Does she have one?
Adventures. That should be the.
Annabelle movie.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not really hers.
No,
though,
but she should have her own.
No.
She should
Yeah.
selfie. She really should selfie and filter into the whole
Yeah.
thing. She'd be stunning. I don't
Go
want to get on
around
her
the
bad
world,
side.
yeah.
Who wants to take the next one?
Him.
Oh,
Would you rather be trapped in a basement with a possessed
Oh
doll?
my gosh.
Sounds familiar. Or hear the sound of an approaching chainsaw while secluded in the woods?
I'd rather
At
be in
night.
the basement with the doll anytime.
Really?
Oh, I can handle that.
Well, you've had experience now. What would
Well,
you
I
do?
can't speak about it, but yes. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Out of the two, just the chainsaw noise, that means amputation. I'm not
In
interested.
the woods, you can run
I'll take-
away, though. Basement,
No.
you're
I'll take my
trapped.
chances in the basement.
All right.
How are you getting out of that one?
Huh?
How are you getting out of that one? I want to know.
I have no
because when
idea.
you think of, but doesn't the supernatural scare you more than like a being that you
Is
can
this
outsmart?
a rhetorical or a real question? I mean,
It's a real question.
It's a real question?
I would
I
always
don't
rather
really-
deal with something real than
Right, well,
something.
I don't really kind of think any of that stuff is real.
So you're not a
I'm
believer.
a non-believer, so.
Really? Anybody? The couch? Are we believers or
I'm a
non-believer?
non-believer.
I believe in
I-
chainsaws.
I believe.
I believe in the sound of a chainsaw.
I believe in
Doesn't have to make
That's
me go
very
the
real.
other
It
way.
doesn't get more real than
No, it
that,
doesn't.
right? Okay. Who's taking the last?
Your turn. It's first.
Stephanie's turn.
Okay.
Would you rather, in the middle of the night, by your bed, see a figure with no footsteps, or hear footsteps with no figure?
Oh, here, footsteps. Yeah, for sure. I actually, I experienced that before.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty scary, but yeah.
Where was this? Was this anywhere? Because I hadn't
in Mexico
experienced.
City. I used to live in this old house, and there was this footsteps with like it was almost like a chain, like on the like just moving.
A chainsaw?
Like
Like a
Classic
chain.
pose.
Yeah. No, it was the.
It's just the one I used to lock my
My
bike up when I
roommate
lived
said that it was a
above
guy.
the apartment.
That she
Above
saw
you.
the guy actually.
That's so creepy.
So it was very creepy, but it was just the sound.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is scary. Do we have a Facebook question?
We do have a Facebook
Yes.
question. Can you
And
read
our
it?
monitor's not
Here, I'll
working,
just-
so I'll just grab it.
Yeah, just take that.
Okay. I can't read anybody's.
Real high
This
tech.
person should be a doctor, by the way, because I cannot
Script.
read any of this, but I'll try. I think it's Albert Jurgler Galagos wants to know, does anything scary happen on set that makes the actors believe there is something evil with the doll?
My agent shows up. That's a joke. Sorry to my agent.
That's not the scariest thing that can happen in
Scariest thing
Hollywood.
that can happen.
I didn't really experience anything scary on set. I mean, I was expecting I would because there is the true story about Annabelle. But so I was thinking if that could happen to one doll, it could obviously happen to another. So that kind of, I had my doubts about Annabelle.
For the
at
people
first.
that don't know the real story about Annabelle, what is the real story?
Okay, so I only know like the half of it. But so there's this possessed doll somewhere in America locked up in
You said Georgia?
two possessed dolls in America, but one of them is locked up in a cage and is blessed like 3 times a week by a priest. It's really creepy.
Wow, didn't you bless the set?
We
And I
did,
think that's
yeah.
why
did.
nothing happened on set.
That's why it all went really well. We have another, this is very high tech here. We have another question from J.S. Lewis. If you could hide the Annabelle doll in anybody's house, who would you choose? I'm going to go down the line because that's a great question.
Well, I'd hide it in Stephanie. Because you're the
You
biggest
really
sort of.
hate me, huh?
Yeah, no, but you're the most scared of everyone where you've been.
We'd have a face-off
we
between the
should.
two
I
of
would
us.
hide it in one of my ex-boyfriends. Why not?
I would probably hide it in my house in my sister's room because she's a big scaredy cat and it just I scare her all the time. It's so much fun. So
I feel like you were fearless.
I
feel
agree
like
with
nothing
David.
scares you.
Stephanie. That would be hilarious. No offense, Stephanie.
Really? What's wrong with you guys?
Wait, did you say your ex-boy? You're not old enough to have
No,
an
no,
ex-boy.
no. In my house. She said in my house. Why?
Wait, I think we have one more.
Because you'd get the
Right.
scaredest. We'd get like the best reaction out of you.
This is a great question. Tom Murphy, why the name Annabelle?
Because she was possessed by the spirit of Annabelle Higgins. Is sort of the story.
My
there.
daughter in the film.
Your daughter. That was very
May the
ominous.
force be with you.
So last but not least, how did you sort of, it being the 4th in the Conjuring series, how did you put your own stamp on this film?
Well, since it was a prequel, that's a very different story. It's a very separate story with all new characters. It wasn't that hard because it allowed us to do our own thing, really, but still within sort of the same tone and the same feel of the Conjuring universe, which is why I wanted to do this movie, because it was not the typical horror sequel. That's just the same thing one more time,
So now you're going to tell us the ending, right?
Sure.
Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
you.
I want you to go to this camera and zoom in, and we can go out with your scary doll face. Too sweet, too sweet. I know. Scary for a second and then not scary at all.
Yeah.
Best dress, by the way, at Comic-Con.
Thank you.
Gorgeous.
Thank you.
And you too.
I just rolled out of bed. But these guys look great.
Fantastic. Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.